My boyfriend gave my grandmother's dining table away while I was at work. Not sold, gave to his ex. I want to be clear about what this was because he spent 2 weeks after telling people it was a miscommunication. It wasn't. He knew whose table it was. He'd eaten off it every night for 14 months. We'd been together 2 years. He moved into my place last spring. My name on the mortgage, my down payment, my everything. He was supposed to be covering half the utilities and had covered them maybe 4 times. I'm not saying that to be petty. It matters for what comes later. The table is a 1940s oak drop leaf with a burn mark near the corner where my grandmother set down a pan in 1971. She left it to me when she died. It's the only thing I have from her house. So I come home on a Thursday at 6:15 and the dining room is empty. Just 4 dents in the rug and a wall I hadn't looked at in a year. Aiden was on the couch. I asked where the table was. He said, without looking up, that Shay was setting up a new apartment and had nothing, and that he'd told her she could take it because we never eat in there anyway. We eat on the couch. Shay is his ex. They dated for 6 years. She had been texting him since February about just being friends. Something in my chest went very quiet. I asked him to repeat it. He did, and then he got annoyed at me for making him repeat it. I said, you have until 9 tomorrow morning to have that table back in this room, or when you get home from work, your things will be in the driveway. He laughed. Not a mean laugh. Worse, an amused one, like I was doing a bit. He said I was being intense over furniture, that his ex needed it more, that he'd buy me a nicer one from that place on Route 9. He went to bed. I sat in the empty dining room until about 2 in the morning. 9 came. Nothing. He left for work at 7:40 without mentioning it. So I started at 8 with contractor bags and the good boxes from the garage. His clothes, his 3 gaming consoles, the guitar he doesn't play, the protein tubs, all of it. I stacked it under the carport so nothing would get rained on, because I'm not cruel, just done. Halfway through, my neighbor Dolores came over. She's 74, walks a beagle named Chip, has lived on this street since before I was born. She looked at the pile, looked at me carrying a milk crate of video game boxes, and asked if everything was all right. I told her he gave my grandmother's table to his ex-girlfriend. She stood there a second. Then she said, wait here. Went inside, came back out in a cardigan, and picked up a box. She didn't ask me a single question. We worked for an hour. At one point, she said, my first husband sold my mother's sewing machine. That's all she said about it. That was enough. Then Dolores said something that changed the whole day. She'd seen the pickup truck Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday. Aiden had told me it happened Thursday morning while he was working from home. He'd planned it a day ahead. On a day I had a 12-hour shift. I changed the locks at noon. The locksmith took 20 minutes and told me about his daughter's volleyball season. Aiden got home at 5:50. I watched it on the doorbell camera from my kitchen. He tried the door, then the handle again, then saw the carport. He called 11 times. Then he stood on my porch and told the camera I was insane, that it was a table, that his mother thought I was overreacting, that he'd never seen me like this. He said he didn't think I was serious. I pressed the button and asked him one question. If I'd given your dad's watch to my ex, would you have thought I was serious? He said that was completely different. I said the Wednesday truck was the part I couldn't get past. Then I stopped talking. He kept going for a while, and eventually he loaded his car and left. By morning, I had 19 messages. His sister, 2 of his friends, a girl I'd met once at a barbecue. Unhinged, petty, cold, over furniture. So I sent all of them the same 3 things. The doorbell clip, the timestamp from Dolores's camera showing the truck Wednesday at 2:40 p.m., and a photo of my grandmother sitting at that table in 1988. His sister apologized within an hour. She was the one who told me where Shay lives. I picked the table up myself last Saturday. Shay didn't fight me on it. She said she hadn't known it belonged to anyone in particular. I believe her, actually. It's back in the dining room, burn mark and all. Dolores comes over Sundays now. We eat at it.